It's Tammy's album.
It came from Tammy's album, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was never actually released as a single.
It was in the States.
Well, not really, because this is something that
It charted.
Yes, exactly. But this is something I didn't know about, because the British charts is based on sales.
Yeah.
Whereas the hot country singles and tracks chart don't work like this.
What?
Yeah, I know.
No.
It's based on airplay.
Oh.
If a DJ picks up on an album track and then they just keep getting asked to play it because people are phoning in, they just keep playing it.
Right.
It has charted, but there's no single release of it. No video, nothing like that.
That is news to me. Thank you for that little nugget. What date's this?
This was 94.
Post KLF.
Post KLF, so that was the biggest hit that Tammy ever had. Because that was like number one in 20 countries or something.
Stand By Your Man, though. I mean, surely...
Well, that's the one she was remembered for, and she wrote that as well.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't such a big hit at that time with the way the charts were or the distribution and stuff.
That was 68 or something. Stand By Me. Stand By Me? Stand By Your Man.
Stand By Your Mum. Yeah.
Stand By Your Mum.
Stand By Your Mum.
That's what Wynonna does.
So, maybe we should start with the song.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, as Trump's never far away, it seems to me like a version of Trump's famed locker room talk, but for girls.
What do you mean?
Locker room talk. It's what guys say to each other, but this is like what girls say to each other in the...
This is coffee shop talk.
Coffee shop or girls' room.
Oh, powder room.
Powder room.
Powder room powwow.
That's it.
I think it's a bit different because Trump's locker room talk is sexual in nature. There's nothing like tawdry or sleazy.
There is a line when the waitress seemed to wink at him.
That's
and
true.
Knew him by name, or he knew her. The verse sets out some problems, basically, with men. Examples of their shitness. And then it ends with a bookend. I guess it's just a girl thing.
It's not a man thing, as in, I guess it's just a man thing, them being useless. They're saying, I guess it's a girl thing that we do remember this stuff and we are aware of the little...
things that we'd like to be better.
Things that you could improve.
And things that we get a little bit pissed off about. He said he'd call, so I sat by the phone. Call me crazy, but I thought it should ring. I guess just a girl thing. I quite like that line. And I sympathise, we should ring, really.
So it's not just a girl thing.
It's a person thing.
Relationship thing.
It's actually not the worst constructed song ever. Verse ends with a bookend, and then you got some guitar. The guitar reacts with a sort of curled lip.
Guitar bending, acting as a sassometer. Every time they say something, it's backed up with a
like sort of an audience of a bad joke, which is sort of nevertheless acknowledged as clever or true, even if it's not very funny. Let's get on with it.
Let's get on with it by saying the same thing again, because they don't really change the intensity of what's being said. It's like, chapter 2, and it's pretty much the same as chapter 1. This one's about burning the dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not quite Trump's locker room talk when you talk about grabbing asses and stuff.
No, I mean, look, she cooked him dinner. He showed up late. She burnt the dinner. On purpose, I guess. His buffalo wings. Just so it could rhyme with Thang.
Wangs, thanks. Yeah. They're not going to say, burn all men. They're not the Slits, are they?
Yeah, exactly. The hardest they go is that he's just thick. And he doesn't understand.
And maybe it's just a purely cynical, it's 94, so we should probably be a bit more kind of feminist. Do you think?
Possibly.
Because, I saw MTV the other day and Courtney Love was singing this song about periods. And there was Babes in Toyland. Have you heard of them? Apparently they do stuff. And L7.
Have you ever listened to the L7 Wynonna? I think we should do a bit like that. It almost sounds like they're talking about the same guy. There's no difference in approaches. One doesn't sound like an older one giving the younger one advice, which they could have easily done. Or they could have tried, one was angrier and one was more forgiving. Nope, didn't bother. They could have sang each other's lines.
But that's because they want to be, girlfriends. They're the same. We have the same experiences. Yeah, you had this. I had this too.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will delve into the fact that they have both had fucking terrible relationships with men. So this is kind of like them getting back at them, going, yeah, you know what? I didn't like it when you did that. That was bad. But yeah, it could have been so much stronger.
Yeah, more cutting.
It's quite tame.
It's done so much better either by Prince doing Cream in 91, which is the same kind of bluesy sass, but like
Slightly
much
different.
more interesting.
Slightly different subject matter.
Yes, I'm talking about the song sound.
Okay, yeah.
Strutting, sexy blues sound.
I wonder if it was recorded in the same studio. Paisley Park.
Then you get an even better version in 97 when Shania Twain does That Don't Impress Me Much, which is this song, but much more sassy put-downs, and there's the comedy of throwing an arrow into, men's vanity.
Maybe they sent this to Paisley just to try and fun it up, and this is the best that Prince could do.
Yeah. It's a bit karaoke, isn't it? It's about as country as those powder pink feathered hen night cowgirl hats. That's just that.
Yeah. Even though it's got one of the country legends within it.
She did do another girl song back in 67. One of her first solo songs was Your Good Girl's Gonna Go Bad.
Yeah, that's great.
I suppose it's a little bit more up-tempo than this, but they could have gone a bit more like that. It could have been a bit more cheeky, a bit more on the edge.
True, that is actually more of a complaint and more of a threat than this.
Yeah.
They're not even threatening to leave. They're just like, I guess it's a girl thing that we're sort of upset about that.
It seems like a wasted opportunity. If you look back at the Judds, they are a duo, but they never did duets. It never came into anyone's thought, or they just completely ignored it. They thought Naomi can't sing, so we'll just have her on harmony. If you see live performances for videos, Wynonna kind of sings to Naomi. There's like this generational thing of care and whatever, but they don't have a conversation. So they could have done that with Tammy, like having a response.
Yeah, they have a lot in common, really. And actually, this should be a really good meeting of minds.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why it should have been made more of.
Yeah, I mean, I can forgive Tammy because she's near death this time, but Wynonna should have pushed it.
I wanted to talk to you about, is it why or we? Wynonna got her name from the town Wynonna in the song Route 66.
Oh, yeah. Wynonna. Yeah. I'm not even saying any words.
No.
Don't forget Wynonna.
Exactly. You said it. It's pronounced Wynonna by Nat King Cole, who made probably the most famous version of the song. Then it was pronounced Wynonna by Chuck Berry, who made the second most famous version of this song. But then it was pronounced Wynonna by the Deep South Band from the Basildon Bayou.
Depeche Mode.
Yeah. But no one else calls it Wynonna. No one else says Wynonna.
Don't forget Wynonna. Really? Do they pronounce it like that? Did you check that on the version?
Yes.
Good for you. Good for you.
Even the Stones did it, and Mick Jagger, he doesn't say Wynonna. He doesn't even say we, because he forgets the word and just ends up saying owner. The lyrics even say, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Wynonna.
Don't forget Wynonna.
Yeah. Also, this made me think, wait a minute, Tammy's name is Wynette. It's W-Y, isn't it? It's not W-I.
Yeah, and same as Wynonna is W-Y.
But no one says Tammy Wynette.
There's a lot.
There's a lot there.
Wynonna, the place, the song.
Wynette, Wynette.
Why?
Why not Wynette?
Why not Wynette? Yeah. We're not Wynette.
Why not Wynette?
The problem with this is the year 1994, I think. Country should sort of sound like weathered and sort of moth-eaten and thumbed. Old faded Levi's and brown belt buckles and like cowboys. that one.
You don't think there's enough cliches in it?
Stained with 50 years of beer. Country for me just has to sort of like sound older. By 1994, I don't think anything released by a country artist, especially the legacy one, sounds any good at all. It just doesn't come from the right time.
But haven't you got the Highwaymen around this time? Willie, Waylon, Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, and that's a legacy kind of thing.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is really good. I think country was pretty big and had a lot of money going for it around.
Definitely. I mean, Garth Brooks and all the big hat acts.
Oh, they're called the hat acts.
Yeah, which Wynonna fits in, sort of. Suddenly it's chrome cowboys. It's not real cowboys anymore because they've all got massive estates. The writers keep writing and then they have their favourite singers and they have long careers. It's good. But by this time, those ones that have been going that long, there's no working class reality to it anymore.
And where's Tammy living? She's living in First Lady Acres. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know.
First Lady of Country.
Yes.
That's what she's known as.
Yeah. If she's the First Lady of Country, I was thinking, right, that means George Jones has got to be the president of country. But no.
No.
No,
it doesn't work like that.
George is Possum because he looks like a possum. Yeah. And his other name was No-Show Jones, which, if you know anything about George Jones, makes a lot of sense. So I was thinking a little quiz for you. The nicknames of some of the artists we've already talked about in our show. So Michael Jackson.
The King of Pop.
Cliff Richard.
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Cliff Richard. No, can't think.
Cliff Richard is the Peter Pan of pop.
Really? Okay. Can we do this the other way around? Like, give me the
nickname.
Nickname, yeah, and I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Captain Fantastic.
Elton John.
Yes. Otherwise known as the Rocket Man.
Yeah.
The Godfather of Punk.
Lou Reed.
Yeah, but Queen of Art Pop.
The Queen of Art Pop is Laurie Anderson.
No.
Kate Bush.
And then I couldn't find any for Janet Jackson. Only ones that Michael's given her. And we know Michael's a bit of a cunt. He used to call her Dunk because she was chunky when she was a kid and she looked like a donkey.
Nice.
He's such an arsehole.
He's such a shithead, isn't he?
Then George Michael's got loads, but they're all personal. So these are all from, I think, kind of family and friends. Yog, because of Georgios. TLTI, the legend that is.
Okay.
Also Nobby, the Greek, and the Bubble.
Okay.
But what about Peter Gabriel? What were his nicknames?
No, Gabs. That's ours.
That's it. There is none.
Gabsy.
Gift of the...
Not got the gift of the...
Oh, and Sam Moore, what does he call himself on his website?
The Godfather of Soul. No, that's James Brown.
That'll be a bit rich. No, Sam Moore on his website calls himself the legendary Soul Man.
Yeah.
Or, as we like to call him, overnight sensational.
I don't kind of, to be fair, I steer away from saying those two words in conjunction with each other because they sound too bad.
They sound stupid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, other Tammy Wynette, she's got quite a few, hasn't she?
Oh, is she?
I mean, the heroine of Heartbreak. That's another one.
What? No,
Yeah.
I don't know that.
The First Lady of Country is so good and totally relevant. She's good friends with the Bushes, for instance.
Not with the Clintons, though.
No, not so much. She was a bit pissed off when Hillary Clinton used her, I ain't going to be standing by my man like no Tammy Wynette, but she said it in a more sort of clipped unionist accent. less Confederate.
Because she's Northern, right? Hillary, whereas Bill is Southern.
Yeah, it's the only reason he got voted in.
Well, because of the mixed relationship, North and South.
Yeah, he crossed the border, the non-existent, but very real border.
What happened with that is that Tammy was so offended by it that she wrote a letter.
Yeah.
I suppose it was an open letter to Mrs. Clinton, so all the news agencies could pick up on it. And she said that she's offended every true country music fan and every person that was made it on their own.
Yeah, using it as a way to gain control of the government of the United States of America. Bit of a cheap dig.
It was cheap, yeah. The feminists did have a big problem with that song at the time, and I think Clinton...
That's true, in the early 90s.
Well, at the time, in the early 70s or late 60s, whenever it came out.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because, what, you're just going to let him be a twat and just get on with it?
Yeah.
I guess Tammy's saying, well, actually, you're kind of stuck having to do that when you're in a marriage, and marriage is a...
sacred thing.
Well, patriarchal construct, isn't it? So you're stuck.
But for Tammy, it's like a sacred thing. I married the man. I'll stand by him.
She took her vows seriously, but then she did get married about 5 times.
Was it 5?
Yeah.
Or 3?
No, 5.
5.
At least 5, yeah.
She also went out with Burt Reynolds for a bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Once she's entered sort of Chrome country land, she's got a big, mansion or whatever, and talking to Burt like, you got to come over for Thanksgiving. We'd really love to see you. You know, we bought that new place you was talking about that time. Yeah. He's like, I can't really... Can you do a Burt Reynolds impression?
No.
Hey. Tammy. I know exactly the place. I'll get on my chopper. So he gets a big spread-ready flowers and stuff, and he lands on this mansion, sort of like lawn. He arrives at the door and says, hey, I'm here for Thanksgiving. And the housemaid just goes, okay. He just comes in, puts this on the family table, and then this other family who are not anything to do with Tammy Wynette come out. Surprised! Doesn't even say where's Tammy. It actually sits down, thinking Tammy's about to arrive for ages, and then everyone's going, fuck me, Burt Reynolds is fucking having Thanksgiving with us. I have no idea why, but just shut up about it. Burt, do you want some more parsnips? And then he suddenly goes, where is Tammy? Tammy who? Shit.
It's probably like if you're going to, drop in on Wayne Rooney and then you'd end up at Michael Owen's house. They'll all live in exactly the same area.
Much the same thing, really. Both would be terrible Thanksgivings. I mean, they wouldn't even celebrate it.
Yeah, Wayne Rooney might
know what it was.
Because he works in...
Would he?
Well, he works at... Is it DC United now?
Oh, yeah, okay, he would, yeah.
But Steven Gerrard wouldn't.
Definitely not. Oh, God. That would be terrible as well.
Imagine turning up and it's Steven Gerrard's house. You want to land at Peter Crouch's thinking, this will be a laugh. And then you get there and it's Steven Gerrard.
Bit of robot dancing. Yeah, it'll be a laugh. Yeah.
And there's like Steven Gerrard's hair that doesn't even get moved.
Exactly. Just literally. Anyway, and then there's the Hillary Clinton story, which I think Burt Reynolds is involved in that.
Oh,
Burt
yes,
Reynolds
he is
friends with Hillary. Yes.
Yes, he's friends with Hillary. And also, who else is involved? Barbra Streisand is involved.
No,
Yeah,
really?
because Barbra Streisand got Tammy to come and be part of some Democratic convention fundraiser.
Shit, I mean, she must have been persuasive. And she did it?
Tammy knew Clinton was going to be there, and this is after the
Hillary?
Yeah. So the curtain comes back, and it's fucking Tammy Wynette singing, and Clinton's right in the front of the audience.
Right.
Fantastic. I mean, that's just Streisand taking the piss.
But I mean, that's interesting, because we with Moore as well. Moore's a bit of a sort of politics whore, just like Tammy.
I think they all are.
Yeah. Famously, actually it makes more sense now that Clinton did it, because Tammy sang Stand By Your Man on Reagan's lap
Right. Oh.
And Nancy was furious, apparently. She's a very good friend of George Bush.
Is she?
George Bush is a very close friend of mine, she said.
George Bush Senior or George Bush Wiener?
Must be senior. She's basically a raging Republican. And that's
She's
why...
not. She's not
Yes,
raging
she is.
anything. No, she's not. She's not like banging on about it. She doesn't pin her colours to the mast.
Yeah, but I'm saying underneath, yes. Raging Republican.
You just want everyone underneath to be a raging Republican.
Yeah, I do.
Serves your
I have to support
worldview.
my... Well, not really, just... I have to support my sort of ongoing subtext argument through this podcast that I'm trying to construct.
Well, yeah, you've got to
Create intrigue.
have your pet subjects.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to it. Like, yeah. Yes.
So go on. So give me the proof. Come on, throw me some.
You've already got the proof.
What?
The proof is there.
She said what?
Sat on Reagan's lap. She just
Yeah, but
doesn't like Hillary Clinton. Sang "Stand by Your Man." God, anti-feminist.
Hey.
She's anti-drugs.
Anti-drugs? She's boshing them constantly.
I know.
Pain drugs.
She's anti the wrong sort of drugs.
But she's very pro-drug business. Well, probably not, actually, because she spends probably too much on it.
She needs the drug business, though, because her body is so fucked.
Just a little pre-girl thing. So in 1993, David Foster did a Christmas album which both Tammy and Wynonna were on. With Wynonna, he gets her to do Blue Christmas, which was made famous by Elvis. And I've always thought that there is something there with Elvis and Wynonna. She kind of, in I Can't Stand the Rain, she was doing kind of Elvis impression, it seemed to me, doing a lot of curled lip.
Yeah.
And she's got the square jaw. She does relate to Elvis. She got a big record contract when she was 18, and she spent all her money on cars for her family.
Just like Elvis.
Just like Elvis. So she did Blue Christmas. Tammy did Away in a Manger. But on this album, and on the subsequent David Foster Christmas album TV special, there was a song where all of the artists got together. We're talking 12 artists. And do you know what you call a 12 artist song?
A gangbang.
That's not the official term. The official musical terms. Let's go through them. So let's go for two. What's two?
A duet.
Yeah. What's three?
Trio.
Yeah. What's four?
Quadruplet.
No.
Quadlet.
Quartet.
Of course.
Quartet.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Then you got five.
A quintuplet.
Think about quartet, quintet.
Quintet, of course. Yeah.
What about six? What about six? Go on.
Sextuplet.
Stop saying tuplet because I've just told you.
That's all I've got. That's all I've got.
Stick to the tet. Stick to the tet.
Okay. A sextet.
Sextet. Exactly. Seven.
Seventet.
No, septet. Septet. What about eight?
Octet.
Octet.
Octet. Oh, fuck off.
Right, nine. Go.
Oh, a neatet.
Neatet. A nonette.
Well, I was never going to get that.
10.
Okay. Think, Ross, think. A quintet.
No, that's 5. Quintet.
Double quintet.
Decet.
Oh, cock, Ross.
De. Then you got 11. 11 is an undecet. And what about a 12? Because 12 is what we're talking about, because that's what happens on this song.
The gangbang.
It's a duodecet.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, a White Christmas. That's it. You had Wynonna and you had Tammy together. So that's where they first
Okay, so
met.
they featured together, yeah.
Yeah, on a recording.
Is it good?
No, it's terrible. But there is...
Of course it is. Fucking 12 fucking
But there is a version...
lead singers.
Actually, to be honest, I say it's terrible, but I don't think I've actually listened to it. But I have listened to the TV special, but only 8 vocalists turned up. So that's a...
Octet.
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm learning.
David Foster does appear quite creepy in that. He's playing the piano while they're all stood around with Christmas decorations in the background. And he kind of acts like this excited schoolboy and headmaster at the same time because he's in charge, but he's just too excited to keep his cool.
Yeah.
Because you've got Johnny Mathis, you've got Tom Jones, you've got Michael Crawford, you've got the Winans, CC and BB, you've got Vanessa Williams, and you've got Peebo Bryson. So he's almost rubbing his legs in glee. The Super Bowl halftime show. In January of 1994, the year that ended with Girl Thang, Wynonna is invited to do it. And she does her 1992 crossover hit, No One Else on Earth. It gets cut short and does that kind of key change ending. And they need to stop it on a high.
Oh, yeah. It's like, no one else on earth. No one else on earth.
Yes, exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they cut it short. And then who comes out? Naomi comes out. Now, Naomi comes out every time. I think this is for the first time. She hasn't performed since 1991 or something, not very long ago. And they do Love Will Build a Bridge, their last big hit. And they're joined on stage by Ashley Judd.
What?
On crutches.
What, she's playing the crutches?
She's fallen off a horse recently.
Oh. She's not just tapping them percussively then.
And Ashley Judd
on crutches.
And on neck brace, we've got George Jones.
On catheter,
Tammy Wynette.
Blub, 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 blub.
So Stevie Wonder comes on as well. No idea why.
Shit.
Then a 12-year-old Elijah Wood comes on.
What?
Later known for,
Hobbit
World. He comes on, he's got a backwards hat on and looks like, who's that skateboarding dog from The Simpsons? Poochie. And this was all a construct of Lay's crisps. This whole thing was called Wavy Lays Rockin' Country Sunday halftime show.
Okay.
During the advert break, there was an advert with Elijah Wood dressed exactly like he is now on stage with Vice President Dan Quayle. It's just fucking nuts. And I don't know what came first, the performance or the ad break, but Superbowl is very, very famous for it being the most expensive advertising space on TV.
Choreographed to fuck.
They've made this into one big thing that connects everything into selling crisps. It's fucking nuts.
Does he sing?
Yeah, they're all singing Love Will Build a Bridge. They're all with Ashley Judd on crutches.
Clacker, 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 clacker. I feel like a bit afraid to leave Countryville. But we're not, are we? Because next up is Tammy Wynette, obviously, and
Elton John.
Back to the Belt. I'm quite happy to be back with the belt.
This guy is number one in my duet matrix. He's top of the list.
Yeah, everything points to belt.
He does not discriminate.
Tammy, 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 Tammy.